Hi everyone, it's Mr. Carter here, and we've got a video here that goes through the questions and answers of paper 6, which you did last week. Okay, so how it's going to work is that I've taken some photographs with my digital camera of the exam paper, and it's not great, and I apologise about the quality of it straight up, but I'll try to work through it with you. Okay, so what you should do is you should have someone else's exam paper, and you should have the answers in front of you, and you should have a green pen, and the idea is that you watch the videos and then you update and mark, you update with the right answer and give them marks out of 1, 2, 3, whatever the mark scheme is. Okay, so I'm also going to sort of talk through it and help you understand what the answer was, and give you some guidance. So basically we had a scenario which was about some people in a theatre company. If I read it here, we've got Chloe, Faraz, Simbi and Fraser are members of a youth musical theatre company. The company puts concerts, musicals and pantomimes either in the school hall or the local theatre. Don't be too worried about the scenario when you have the exam next week. Just go with it, think about it, and you know, pretty much the questions are going to be the same whatever you have. So we've got cameras, okay, and it's good to practice on cameras. It's not something that we come up often. I've got 4 types of cameras, okay, and let's have a look at the questions. So Chloe wants to buy a new digital camera to use in the theatre. Which one of these has the right resolution? So resolution, we're talking about things like pixels. So it's the amount of pixels per page, per image, and also we're looking at the sort of quality of that lens as well. So which one has the highest resolution? Which one has best zoom? So zoom makes it go in and out, so you can zoom into something. I don't know if you're aware of that. Which ones let Chloe fit a more powerful flash? Allow Chloe to fit a more powerful flash than the one inside the camera. And which one of these allow to connect to the internet? I mean, pretty basic stuff, isn't it? So the answer, the first one was camera C, so the resolution. So if we go back to camera C, 20 MP, yeah, that's got the highest resolution, megapixels, 16.4, pretty easy stuff. Best zoom, camera, let's go back, have a look. Best zoom, so zoom, 1 times, 20 times, 30 times, and 5 times. So again, C, easy stuff. Okay, let Chloe fit more powerful flash. Camera A, so let's have a camera A. Flash options, it's got an internal and external, which means you can fit on a flash, and the other ones are all internal. So really basic sort of stuff, isn't it? It's quite simple. Which one of these will allow Chloe to connect to the internet? C, Y, well, it's probably got something like Wi-Fi, built-in Wi-Fi, yes. Okay, you should really have got 4 marks, okay? And a lot of these are designed to be pretty easy. Okay, so next one, camera B has a number of automatic functions. Okay, so with cameras, you can have flash, sports mode, you can have mountain mode, scenery mode, and you have a lot of those on your smartphone these days as well, or basic sort of cameras that you have for Christmas. You can also have manual settings. So give one reason. So why would someone have a automatic function on their camera? Well, basically so the camera can cope with the different places that they go to, and they can leave it on automatic, and the camera will adjust, cope, spot that it's dark, spots it things are moving quickly, and adjust the relevant zoom, resolution, and all that good stuff. Okay, Chloe wants to transfer photos she has taken to a desktop computer. Okay, well, this could be a question about from a smartphone, or this could be from whatever. So how can she transfer? We've done this, haven't we, in class? Of course, the answer would be something like a cable. If you put a USB cable, that's fine, or a card reader. It could be Wi-Fi if the if the camera has it's Wi-Fi enabled, which some of them are, and of course Bluetooth, so built-in card reader, SD card, that sort of stuff. Okay, Chloe wants to share her photographs with some of her friends, but doesn't want to give them her camera. State one way they could do this. Okay, so let's think about, so she wants to share with her friends, doesn't want to give them a camera. What could she do? Well, come on, what's she going to do? How would you share photos? Think about how you do things. Well, you do things by, obviously, put them on a memory stick. She could also put it online. I was thinking online straight away, so she could put it on email, or put it on a online workspace, or she could put it on social media and share it as an album, all those sort of things. Next question. Chloe's camera has a low resolution setting and a high resolution setting. She wants to take photographs to be used on the posters. Explain which setting she should use. So a poster. So what do we think about a poster straight away? Is professionalism. We want high quality images, don't we? So the obvious one there is she should take the high resolution setting. Now that's going to give you 1 mark, but you need to say, okay, what am I going to say for the second one? Low resolution will look blurred when enlarged to poster side. High resolution, lots of pixels when it's stretched, okay, to go on a poster. Okay, it won't look blurred. Okay, it's a bit of common sense there. Next one. Chloe has a lot of photographs she wants hard copies of for a digital display in theatre. Display in theatre. She has an inkjet printer at home, but nearby supermarket also has a specialist photo printing booth like the one in the picture. So, okay, explain why she might be better to use the specialist printing service for these photographs rather than using her own printer. Well, let's take it down to reality. So you've got someone like Boots or Pronto Print or wherever, specialist machines set up. I've got the right paper in it, haven't they? They've got the right inks, and if you want to do the same, having experienced this, you've got to spend a lot of money on your own printer, paper as well. So it's a bit of a hassle, really. So especially printer will print her pictures at good quality and quickly without needing to buy special. It actually costs you less. The specialist paper comes in smaller sizes, and you won't be able to cut the pictures down to, from A4. Okay, so she needs to think about that. So the next question, Chloe has a lot of old printed photos that she'd like to store digitally. 2 ways she could do that. She's got lots of old printed pictures, like in a photo album or whatever, and she wants them to be stored digitally. So how can we get photographs on paper into a digital format? Well, of course, the first one is a scanner, and you put the picture in, press scan, and it digitizes it and then sends it into your computer. She could take a digital photograph. You could take a photograph of a photograph. There's no reason why she couldn't do that. Okay, that's some answers there. Question 2. Fraser wants to join an amateur dramatic forum. So we're talking about forums now to get some ideas for the next show. Fraser needs to choose a username and password. Here's all the security stuff. So all the same sort of questions going to come in your exam. So don't, they'll come, just wait for them. Needs a username and password. He's thinking of using the same password he uses for internet banking. Good. Why? Okay, that's got pretty obvious, isn't it? So, internet banking, you're managing your money, you're managing your bills, transfers. Why is it not a good idea? Well, that's pretty obvious, because people who run the site might be able to see the password, you don't know how secure the forum is, and they might be able to access his bank account and steal money. Okay? Try not to use the word hacking a lot, because they're going to hack. Okay? Think about, if it's banking, it's money, it's stealing. Okay? Give one benefit of using a forum to find information. So what are forums and what are they good for? You know what they're good for. get good ideas from people who are interested in the same things. So it might be a theatre or photography. Well, it's an amateur dramatics, isn't it? Sorry. So they're going to be interested in the same thing. It's going to you're going to get good advice from people who have practical, and can give practical support and suggestions for them. Fraser now has the names of 3 shows that look interesting, but he needs to find out how many solo singing parts there are in each one. Describe how he could use the internet to find this information. Okay, so it's a searching question. Again, using the internet, searching, refining, all those sort of things. A bit like you did for the music festival. Okay, so how could you use the internet to find this information? Okay, so he's found 3 shows that look interesting, but needs to find out how many singing parts there are in each show. So he could use a search engine. So he could use Google searches. He could use Boolean. He could use advanced searches. He could find out maybe some other websites that are relate to that or tell him that. So yeah, put the name in the search engine and include the search terms. So you can maybe give an example in your answer. He could then preview the websites to look for the best site. Okay. One of the shows has the same name as a film that has recently been released. State one way you can find information about the musical without including information about the film. Okay, so this is a Boolean one, isn't it? So it could be name of the musical, not film, or something like that. He could add film there's a minus there, so or not would do, not film. So you can use the advanced search terms to reduce the number of, Google Advanced. Remember that from your music festival? But you can also search by date or other ways. So if the film came out, say this year, say in January, you could say not results from January, or not minus film, or not film. Okay. This one didn't come out very well on the actual photographs. I've actually written, Fraser would like to read the scripts of the musicals. Some companies send scripts as electronic documents that can be downloaded. Statewide PDF, so that's the document format that you exported some of your things like your database report in your music festival. For documents, statewide is a popular format for documents that are downloaded from the internet. Well, the main reason is not everyone has Word. Not everyone has this expensive software. If you read that, you'll be a genius. Everybody can read PDF because PDF by Adobe is free. Okay, you don't need to pay for the software. So if I save a Word document and I save it as a PDF, then everyone who has a computer can read it. You don't need to have Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word or whatever it is. Okay, and it's a very, very popular format for documentation. Give one reason why Fraser might prefer the electronic download to a printed script sent through the post. Okay, well, so why does he want it electronically, say in his email or online? What are the benefits of that? Well, lots of things I could think of, but the main one is going to be you can access it straight away. Also, you can share it, won't have to print it again. If people say, "Oh, can you send me the script?" It's done. You have it. You can do things like crop it, take bits out, and basically, if people are sent it, they have to wait for the photocopier or whatever. They can just get it straight away, and on any device. What about a printed? Why might he prefer to get a printed script? Well, okay, so you're an actor. You have an electronic script. Well, not everyone has electronic devices, and maybe you want to, you may want to share it. So not everyone might have a PC. He can write notes on it. So if he's doing his drama and someone says, just that bit there, make a note to do that. And if you had to do that electronically, it could be a bit of a hassle. So you can write on it. Also, a lot of people prefer paper when reading, and it's more mobile as well. So if he goes into another room and he's got the script with him, but if he had it electronically, he might not have it, or it might run out of electricity. So it's just a little bit more of a flexible format. What law protects the rights holder from using their script without permission? Now, if you get this wrong, I'll be disappointed. Well, it's not data protection. That's about protecting personal data. But companies doing Computer Misuse Act is all about using your computer to do naughty things like steal data, hack, whatever. Freedom of information is a law that allows people to find out what information there is on a topic, which we haven't really studied, to be honest. And CDPA, which is the one we're talking about, you know that one. Explain how RSS Feed would help Fraser to keep up to date with musical theatre. So RSS, we're talking, those are feeds that you can sign up to, BBC News, BBC Sport, and you get feeds on your email, or you can embed them on your websites. So how would that help? Pretty obvious. An RSS feed is a link to a site that has news or information on it. When that information changes, the new information automatically appears on Fraser's computer, so he gets updates on so RSS, you need to describe what it is a link to a site that has news on it, and he gets updates on when information changes. Right, okay, Fraser needs to pay a deposit to the rights holders. He does not have a credit card and debit card. Explain how he could send money to the company electronically. Oh, I've already given you the answer. We can use third-party payment providers. So if you've set up an account with your bank account details with PayPal, then you can just do that automatically. You can pay the money into the account, and the company can claim it without knowing his bank information. So remember, third-party payment processors, the other end, don't get your bank details. They just get your your money. Fraser suddenly started receiving emails from companies that hire out scenery and costumes. Give one reason why this might have happened. Okay, so he's obviously inquired about something to do with that. So okay, the forum has passed on his details to the other companies. Okay, so it's somewhere where he's registered, has passed that on, and also he could have looked carefully at the terms and conditions, maybe didn't reach that, and was he notified that this was going to happen as well. On to question 3. Someone have to set up an account on the theatre website in order to buy tickets. The username for the customer account is always set as an email address. Give 2 reasons why an email address is a good choice of username. Okay, so it's always specific to one person. Okay, so it's never going to be copied. Okay, and also it gives the theatre contact information to the customer. Okay. Next one. Give 2 features of an online ticket booking system. So ticket booking systems. What are 2 features? Okay. So 2 features lets people choose which seats they want to do. They want maybe different time performances. They can see up front what the costs are. They can maybe plan it a bit better and say, well, those seats don't work, well, or whatever. And they can also pay for their tickets online. So features, how does it operate? What could it do? Also include, searching for things. There might be reviews about it. There may be extras they can buy online, like their drinks or half-time drinks or whatever. Give 2 disadvantages to the theatre of using online booking systems. Okay, well, online booking systems don't need, so for a company having an online booking system, they don't need to staff in their ticket office. They know up front as well how a show is booking. So 2 months before the actual show, if it's not selling very well, they might have to do some more advertising. Also, customers don't like phoning up and waiting for a long time, or having to pop into the ticket office. So it's a lot more convenient for their customers, and they don't have too many staff. Okay, this question here. I know a few of you were looking at this. Customer then chooses how they would like to receive their tickets. They click on one of the three options. Okay, method A, method B, method C. So method A is obviously a printer, so the person would download it and then print the tickets off. The second one, method B, is gets it to a mobile app, and 3 looks like you actually get the tickets, in the post. So say how the customer obtains the ticket. Well, I've just said that. Sorry. Download the ticket, get a text about it, as straight to their phone, and post. One disadvantage when you went to the customer using method B. So what is the advantage and disadvantage? Well, the advantage is they don't have to pay for printing the ticket. It's immediate. They get it. It's mobile. Disadvantage is obviously they might lose their phone. They might delete it, and everything. Okay. The theatre has a point of sale system in the gift shops. So basically a till. It's called POS, POS or EPOS. State 2 ways the POS system can help them run the gift shop efficiently. Well, that's pretty easy. All the things that they need to sell, the barcode, it's all scanned, and the right price comes up. So you scan the item, there's your bag of sweets. You scan the other item, there's your theatre glasses. So it's all there to help them, to automatically do things without having to look up prices. Also, because it's a computer and it keeps a track also of what's being sold, it can also tell you how much you sold and how much stock you've got as well. Okay, so just basically speed and efficiency. Okay, the theatre has a computer network. State one advantage of the theatre of networking their computers. Okay, well, they can see files from any computer they log into. Sharing. They can put printers in different parts. You can print from various parts, and you know all about that. You can share internet connections. You can share experiences, files, working together, teamwork, all that good stuff by using that. State one advantage of installing a wired network. Well, speed, security, it. Bandwidth is faster. Also, it's wireless might be easier to. Sorry, wired networks is security. Even wireless, it's less secure. An advantage of installing a wireless, okay, it's a cable thing, and if there's cables running everywhere and walls are adapted, it might look a bit poor. Okay. Also, if you've got Wi-Fi, you can give that to customers as well, and it also will help with health and safety. Okay, Face are responsible for creating content for their theatre's website. Explain how cloud computing could help them work on their project together. Okay, well, they can work on their own bits, and they can share, look at each other's work, and people who are building their website can access all their work into the website, and also it's the linking, it's the sharing, it's the teamwork and organising. Okay, the theatre company. Explain how they can ensure they're both looking at the latest version of an article. Okay, versioning. You touched massively on that. Think back to how you version your own work. Say if you're controlled assessment, you can use version numbers in the file names. Okay, e.g. posted 1, posted 2, posted 3. Okay, and every time a file is changed, the biggest number is always the latest file. There are some softwares that do that for you automatically. You can also look at the date, but really it's more of a manual thing, making sure it's the latest version. The team consists of web conferencing to discuss what to include on the website. Describe 2 ways in which web conferencing aids collaborative working. Okay, so microphone, webcam, seeing people, sharing, and some pretty obvious ones. What was the next question? Oh, there's 2 ones. Oh, I see what I've done. So yeah, sharing and all that good stuff, and then it means they can talk to each other and see each other, so they can hold a meeting, and so on and so on and so on. Explain how low bandwidth and latency might affect their experience of a conference. Well, we know that low bandwidth is speed and low latency is the time delay, so it's going to be laggy, it's going to be slow, and they'll probably end up turning it off. Describe the impact of social networking on businesses, and I'm going to let you read those ones there, but mainly I'm just going to let you read that one for time. There's 6 ticks. Go through them and see how you get on. Okay, 5. As well as performing musicals, they have written by the people of the team. They're keen to write their own musicals. They write scripts and songs to include in them. Has been using open source. So there we go. Open source music software to write a song. Which one of these statements is true? Whoopsie. Okay, for some reason I should have revealed the answers. Bear with me. 2 secs. Here we go. Right, so the answer to this question is C. So, open source competition. Which one of these is about open source? Pray to send them a link to download the software without paying for it. So yes, it's free. The team are having a meeting at Fran's house and needed access to the internet using their laptops. Fran has a wireless network. Describe how the team can access the internet. Okay, they need to have a Wi-Fi on their computers so they can access the networking by enter the password on it. So you need to have Wi-Fi enabled devices. The team wants to watch a TV documentary. It was broadcast yesterday, but Faraz says they can still watch it. Okay, give one way that might be possible. So, you know, again, you're very much more familiar with this these days, is they could have recorded it to a hard disk player. They can go on catch-up service, you know, iPlayer, that sort of stuff, and so on. Explain why companies that advertise on TV may make less money from programs that are watched after they were originally broadcast. Okay, well, pretty easy. People can fast forward, skip through the adverts, look away, but have to watch them if the program is watched live. Okay, you can't skip. So pretty obvious sort of stuff. Describe one advantage of viewers of watching programs after they're being broadcast. Well, viewers may have the opportunity to engage with the programs. You have time. Maybe you missed a little bit. Maybe someone, you know, your children started crying, or you know, there was an issue. The phone rang. Okay, and basically, you know, they miss, you know, one disadvantage. So they miss out on the opportunity to engage with the programs and miss out on voting or competitions or whatever. Okay, Faraz expects to be paid by the people who use his music. Explain the need for legislation that covers music downloads. Okay, well, this is CDPA, isn't it? And all about Creative Commons and getting the money from your intellectual property. You know, because, you know, it's basic protection. So read that, see how you get on. Documentary team has watched. The documentary the team watched, was on the subject of cyberbullying. Discuss the impact of digital devices on cyberbullying. So all your year 7, year 8, and year 9 cyberbullying here in this question. Discuss the impact of digital devices on bullying. So there could be a few positive things about digital devices, but think about the negative. So texting, harassing, location, GPS, you know, all of those things. So cyberbullying using computers, phones, and maybe a good idea to, in your 6 marker, to describe what it is. Everyone's connected, and you know, text messages and calls can be used. Digital devices makes it easier. Cyberbullying can be, you know, easier to prove than verbal comments. So, you know, the positive impact is if you've got, you know, a text, you know, something on Facebook, on your phone or whatever, you can you know, you can prove it a lot easier. So digital devices also that you can send stuff without knowing the impact that you're having. Okay, so hope the green pen goes well. Give back the paper when you're done. Tot it up for me. That'd be great. Thank you.